Right. Lovely. Okay. So I did the catastrophe call, the Zoom that was on Wednesday night. What was that last night? Anyway, whenever that was, Wednesday night. And they said that they really want us to be kicking off on the 10th and that they've put the 12th as kind of the last date of kickoff, but it might be on the 10th if we're all ready. So I'm considering stalling the readiness so that I can start on the 12th, so that I'm going to be turning 50 on the 50th day, which is probably not fair. Don't tell anyone else I said that. I might change my mind. So anyway, so it could be 32 days from now, it could be 34, but let's start. I don't know if everyone that is actually, I know that everyone that has donated tonight is not on here because there's fewer of you than are like way fewer of you than are on the list. So that means that we can skip some people. But if Izzy Bevan is here, she's number one. There's an iPhone 3, I don't know who that is, so that's a mystery person. Um, but if Izzy is not here, I don't know how long I should leave it either. It should be pretty quick, right? Okay, so not Izzy. Karen Clark. Is Karen Clark on here? Oh my God. All right. I still don't know who iPhone 3 is. Oh, Karen, there you are. Can you unmute yourself, Karen? Is that possible?
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm great. I can't wait to see the boat, see you down there. I'm just over the moon inspired by what you're doing.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, so Karen is
And
going to be in La Gomera. There's a bunch of these crazy chicks on here tonight that are going to be down there. But yeah.
I want to just climb aboard and hide in there.
Careful
No.
what you wish for.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't.
So, Karen, will you kick us off with a question?
Yes, I
Yeah.
have a ton of questions.
Oh, good.
So, a lot of it is technical. So
Okay.
I don't know if you want just fun questions or technical ones,
No,
but
whatever you like. Like, why don't you start with a question now, and then when we come back round to you, maybe you'll still have questions.
okay.
But well, yeah, whatever your burning question is now, it's good.
But my burning question is the navigation system, and you know how you have the wires to navigate with your feet to steer,
Yeah.
and what if all of that breaks? Do you have extra wires, or how do you fix that? Like just the whole navigation system in
Okay,
general.
so
How does that
steering
work?
really, like really the steering system. Yeah, so the steering system, the manual steering system that's on the boat is very basic, which is good because then if it breaks, I've got half a chance of being able to fix it. But what it is at the back of the boat, there's a rudder, and attached to that rudder, there's two strings that come down the side of the boat just through various holes. And then they either just lay on the surface so that I can pull, if if I can just let an oar go, which is how I did it when I first started because I just could not get on with foot steering at all. So I'd have to like let go of an oar and yank on this and then let go of that and then yank on that. And so that's basically there's strings. And then when the
Lines. Can we just
there are they're like well they're because they okay yeah they are lines. They're like paracord basically. And then when I got better at it, I figured out the foot steering. So those same paracords then just went to where my feet are strapped in for rowing, and one of my feet can swivel like this. So just by swiveling my foot a little bit, it would pull on that line. But the thing is, you can only pull on it about maybe 2.5 or 3 inches each way, so it's quite subtle. There's not a lot of steerage on that, but that's foot steering. And if it breaks, it just means that the paracord has broken, which is unlikely. Yeah, it can, it's unlikely, but I have got loads of spare paracord on board. So yeah, and the more likely scenario is that the rudder breaks because it's hit by marlin or something else that's some other flotsam jetsam in the sea. And I have got one spare rudder if that happens. But that
Okay.
is quite the I don't want that to happen. But yeah. Does
Thank
that
you.
answer that? Excellent. Thanks, Karen. Great. All right, that was a great question. And I can talk about autopilot and stuff if that comes up, but we don't need to deal with that just yet. So, Karen, thank you. Right, next, let me go back to the gallery view. Leslie Cleveland, are you here, Leslie? We've still got people entering. Is there a Leslie? No. Going, going, go. Like if I've accidentally said your name too quickly, just holler at me. Unmute yourself and holler. Colleen. Is Colleen on here? Colleen Durbar. No, no. Oh, wait.
There's a hand.
Where are you? Oh, there you are, Colleen. Okay, cool.
Sorry, I
That's all
used the
right.
hand clap instead of the raise a hand.
All good.
Anyway,
Hi.
it's lovely to see you, Millie and Darren. I'm really excited to meet you guys in La
Oh,
Gomera. I'm thrilled. So I'm very shy. I don't want to spend much time here, but the only question I'm thinking of, and I apologize if you've already shared it in your many lives, but when you sleep, how do you keep the boat from shifting off course? Like what do you do when you go to sleep?
yeah, great question. So, I will have an auto helm, which will hopefully work most of the time, and that's basically a hydraulic rod that is attached to my rudder, and it will push and pull, and hopefully keep me on the compass course that I've told it to go on, hopefully. But it's not something that I can use if there's very rough seas because it will just burn out and break. Like they're not really made for rowing boats, so I've got to be really careful. So if it's a relatively calm night, I can go to sleep and leave auto helm to just make the little adjustments as I get knocked about by the waves. If there's no like an auto helm and steerage only works if you're moving. If there's no momentum, a rudder can't work. So it depends on that a little bit. And if that doesn't work because it's a stormy night, then really all I can do is set my rudder at an angle that I'm comfortable with, maybe to counteract wind that's coming from the wrong way, and then drift. I'm basically drifting. So I've got no power. I'm not powering myself forward, and I'm relying on the wind, hopefully, to power me forward a little bit. And if that doesn't happen, then I just drift wherever I go. Yeah, and
Thank you
that's the
so
big.
much.
You're welcome. That's the big difference. That's one of the major differences between all of the teams, of which there's a lot more of them, versus a solo, because they've always got someone on the oars the whole time.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Millie.
Colleen. Great. I'm really enjoying this, by the way, because I just want to talk about rowing all the time and I'm boring the pants off people like Darren. So thank you for joining.
35 days.
Right. Now I have Lynn. I'm pretty sure I saw you, Lynn, somewhere. I'm really bad at spotting people. Where are you? Well, the hand's gone up, but I did. Oh, there you are. There you are. There you are. Excellent. Got you.
Hi.
Hi, Lynn.
I was wondering what sort of preparation you'd done psychologically to prepare for re-entry after being out at sea all by yourself, and then the noise, people, life when you get back those first few weeks.
I'm curious about that too, Lynn. Great.
Yeah, there's not really a whole lot of prep that I can do except for visualizing and spending some time really considering that, especially towards the second half of the race, like really just mentally preparing for the sort of onslaught of um,
It's a bit like
everything hitting my
reverse culture
senses.
shock, isn't it?
Yeah, and they say, obviously, I've not done this before, but with isolation for that long and the other solos that have done it, they've said it's things like just even the smells. Um, that like it will just all hit you at once. It'll be all the lights and the sounds and the smells and the touching and some of
What, Lynn?
the major the majority of rowers, solo rowers, have said that they tend to just sort of withdraw a little bit as much as they can. So they spend a long time just not being out at the beach and that kind of thing, just to reintroduce slowly. And also for your own immune system, because I won't have been exposed to any other bugs and things for a long time. And then there's other rowers, slightly more extroverted ones, probably more like me, who say that all they want to do is spend all their time talking to people and debriefing and just replaying and yeah, but no, but you just don't know. So it could be that I'll hit the other side and I just want to go hit the bar and have a big disco and I don't know, drink champagne and social, or it might be just, I don't know. But yeah, apparently I'm supposed to think about it a lot to try and
Yeah,
prep. Yeah,
great.
I don't know if that.
Thanks.
Thanks, Lynn. Okie dokie. Leslie. Oh, Leslie, you are on the chat. I don't know if you want me to spotlight you, but put your hand up if you are, but I can see that you've left a chat question. So let me just answer that. Can you tell us about sleep stuff, like how? Um, yeah, so that's a pretty big topic, the sleep stuff. I'll be sleeping like, okay, so the teams, pretty much all of them will be doing 2 hours on, 2 hours off. And the 2 hours on your is just rowing and nothing else. 2 hours you've got to row. And then the 2 hours off, you've got to eat, you've got to clean, you've got to maintain, and then you've got to sleep. And in that 2 hours off, you usually get about 1 hour, maybe 45 minutes, but 1 hour if you're really lucky of actual sleep, and then you go back onto the oars. With the solos, it's a little different because I don't have to I don't have to conform with anyone else. So if I feel like I need a bit more sleep, then I can just sleep. Like it will just be detrimental to my race time, but I'm not racing. I'm I want to get across in a reasonable time, but I'm not racing. So um I don't know if that answers that. So, but I will, but there's no way that I'm going to be sleeping full nights. Like even the rowers in the past, the solos who have gone to bed for 8 hours and chosen to row 16 straight hours in the day, they still wake up every 20 minutes to check the AIS and the navigation just to make sure they're on course and that nothing's going to hit them. So you're never going to really sleep for any more than, as a solo, more than about a 20-minute block before you're a little bit awake and checking and then back down again, which kind of was how it was when we sailed across the Atlantic anyway. The person that was, no,
It's
it was
yeah,
different.
it's not
You never properly
it's
slept,
not
did you?
deep sleep.
Yeah,
You've always got half an ear open
yeah.
to, noises, things that aren't familiar. You get into a rhythm, and familiar with the noises and the bangs and what you should be expecting and what is alien to the new environment that you find.
Until you're really, really sleepy, and then nothing will wake you. So apparently day 5, I'm going to be really, really, really sleepy and nothing will wake me. Apparently that's very typical because you don't sleep very much for the first 3 because you're throwing up most of the time. And then the next 2, you're still running on a bit of adrenaline, and then you properly sleep. So I don't know if that answers it, but let me know if it doesn't. Yeah, and I'm not planning on killing myself over this. Like I need to come back to work at the other end. So yeah, it's going to be a trade-off of like how quickly can I get back to work versus how healthily can I get back to work. Okay, right. Thank you for that, Leslie. Lynn, you're that Janny. I don't know if I'm saying that right, or Yanni, maybe it's Yanni, but I'm not seeing that name. I don't think I'm seeing everyone on the screen. Oh, of course, I've hidden. Sorry. Um, so people that don't have their cameras switched on, I usually have them like hidden because anyway, I've unhidden you. So maybe if you are on, right? Okay, so no Yanni yet, but shout if I've missed you. Sarah or Sarah. Did I see that name? You can look as well. You're good at looking. Yeah. I'm not seeing Sarah. Okay. Jackie. Pretty sure I saw Jackie. There you are. Do you want to unmute yourself, Jackie? I'm going to spotlight you.
Yeah. Hiya,
Hiya.
I'm here.
How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
Good.
Very strange talking to you on Zoom.
Yeah, it's a break from the norm, eh?
Right. The other morning, not the live on Monday, but the one before that, you started to mention that you were lying next to Darren when he was breathing, and you were suddenly realizing that that might be one of the things that you were going to miss. So I was wondering if you're preparing anything to counteract the things that you're going to miss. And it made me giggle because I remember you telling me about the guy who had a cushion made in the shape of his wife
Yeah,
on
that was
last year's
big.
row.
Yeah.
I was wondering if there's anything specific you're going to miss,
Should
and
perhaps
what
be
are you
mentioned
doing?
there that he turned round and gave up after about 30 minutes of rowing.
20, I think. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So the spouse cushion is probably a really
Did
bad
did
omen.
not work.
Yeah, I guess I could record the sounds, the dulcet tones of Darren's breathing, but like he's really quiet, and I don't think I'll be able to hear your breathing above all the waves and things. But yeah, in terms of stuff that I'm gonna miss, no, not really, because I kind of think it will make it worse. So if I had constant reminders of home, I think it would just make me more homesick. I am going to take some photos of family, but I haven't got necessarily a plan right now to have them all plastered up all over my cabin like some people do. I was thinking I might just I'll laminate them and slip them into a pocket, and on a really down moment, maybe I'll get myself even more down by looking at those pictures. But yeah, no, I kind of really want it to be as different from home as possible.
So as isolated as possible from your norm.
Yeah, I just want
Yeah.
it to be, yeah, I just want to, it's a big experiment for myself to discover who I am under those sorts of conditions. So, yeah, and I haven't got any plans to talk to Darren really. I'm not going to set any, I'll talk to you. I know a lot, I was talking to some of the rowers this morning and they were like, yeah, no, we've agreed that we're going to talk once a week or whatever. But I'm not going to agree that with Darren. Like, if I need to call him, I'll call him, but otherwise he's not going to expect any comms from me. So,
Mhm.
did you know that?
Did I know? No.
Oh, there you
Did I
go.
expect? Yes. Because that's probably how I would choose to play it as well.
Mm.
Yeah, it must feel quite, because if you say, right, I'll try and ring it every weekend, but you can't, then is there going
Yeah,
to be that, why haven't, there's going to be an extra sort of
something else
sense
to
of thinking,
stress about.
what's gone wrong, when it might not be the case, but
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. It might just be that my power is low or that I really need extra sleep or whatever. But yeah, no, I'm not gonna. And then if I said I'm gonna call you at the weekend, he'd be waiting all weekend for like, when's it gonna happen? And yeah, and plus he hates phones. He'd just have it silenced and he'd miss my call, and then there would be a stress over that. So, yeah, I'm not gonna do it. I am gonna be talking to Indy regularly though, because he's my social media manager, whether he knows it or not. So, yeah. He was going to be on here, I thought. I don't know if he is though.
I am.
Oh, you are. Did you know that you were my social media?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay, cool, cool. So I need to teach you. Oh, it says India. Oh, that's you. Oh, I was like,
That's
who's
me.
India? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is Indy, and let me just spotlight you. This is for anyone that doesn't know, Indy is
It's our son.
our baby.
Hello.
Haven't seen you for months.
Yeah, we haven't
Hmm.
seen Dave. And I'm gonna have Indy on WhatsApp. I'm gonna have very few things on my phone. I'm gonna delete all my social media apps and things, but I'm gonna have Indy on WhatsApp. And whenever I have videos or interesting things to send back, they'll go to Indy, who will compile it into some sort of post, please. And then that has to go to, sorry, Jackie, I know I'm rambling now. This is
No,
probably
no, it's
someone's
okay.
question.
Okay.
And then that has to be that has to go to Atlantic Campaigns for them to make sure that they're happy with what's being posted.
Ah,
And
right. So they have to vet it first.
yeah, because they're only vetting for two things. They're vetting to make sure that I don't have my hatches open in any shots and that I'm always
Okay.
clipped on all shots.
Okay. Right.
So,
Yeah.
so I could be swearing, I could be naked, I could be confessing to things. They
Right.
don't
So
care
it's
about
more a
that.
safety thing than a.
Yeah. Maybe Indy will be the stopgap for, stuff that goes out that I might regret, but yeah. Indy, I'm going to come
Right,
back to
that
you.
date.
There you go. Does that answer it, Jackie?
Yeah, definitely. Thank you.
Okay, excellent. Right, Jackie, I'm going to go back to the gallery. Marie Lagerberg. There you are. I see you. Yay! I'm going to spotlight you.
She's frantically shaking her head.
Oh, Marie, you're muted. Did you want me to not spotlight
Mute.
you?
There we go. Is
Sorry.
that better?
There you go.
Millie, at the beginning of this whole process, I sent you a message saying, does your erg rowing in any way prepare you for the rowing? And you said, no, it doesn't. And I just wonder because obviously you've worked bloody hard through this whole thing. What do you feel has actually been the most valuable preparation for the experience you think you're going to have?
Oh, that's a really good question. I guess I won't know until I'm out there, but at this point, I think probably one of the most valuable things is that I've talked to a lot of past rowers, and I'm really good at that. Like I'm really good at making those connections. So, um, that's a skill that I definitely have. Like I know the whole row community now. I make a point of knowing all of them and putting them together and making groups of us. And I think that was really, really valuable prep. And also just being an entrepreneur is so valuable at like because one of the things that's definitely that we've noticed is that those of us who are running businesses are finding it a lot less stressful to put together this campaign and multitask and get all the various jobs done and not feel too much pressure at the giant to-do list. So I think because that's how I run my life every single day, so it's just a slightly longer list. But does that answer it? The erg has been good. I mean, I can't, yeah, no, I've needed the erg. Like it's built the right muscles, but it's the way that you row on the erg is
Yeah,
nothing like the way.
totally different, isn't it?
Totally different. And it is helping me to keep my calluses as well. I am managing to keep quite a few of my calluses on my hands. I'm like on purpose twisting my hands on the erg handle every day more so that I can create more friction and make my hands a bit more sore at the minute. And yeah, the muscles are there. So
Yeah, and even if nothing else, it gets you to sit
Fitter.
in one spot
oh yeah, does that.
to cope with a reasonable amount of boredom
Yeah.
and just know that
And
I am
keep going.
going to have to
keep
do
going.
this, and just I'm not getting off until whatever.
Yeah, and there's definitely been days like when I've done my 3 hour ergs where I just want to stop. But you have to practice not stopping and
Yeah,
just
I
keep
do find myself thinking about you at half an hour when I get off ours.
going.
Oh, I can
Half an
go,
hour's
but you won't be
lovely.
able to.
Yeah, I like a half-hour row. And there are some deload weeks where I only have to be on there for 45 minutes, and those are the best. But yeah.
Will
No.
you have deload days? Will you
No.
or will that just be part of you just keep going?
Yeah, I mean, if the wind is if I've got headwinds, I won't be able to keep going. And so in that case, I'm going to put my power rank out and stop rowing because if you're a team of 3 or 4 men, you might make one knot into a headwind, but I won't.
Yeah.
So then I'll stop and I will sit in my cabin with my knitting and until the headwind has turned around and then I'll keep going. But conversely, like 2 years ago, that first week out after the teams had got around the headland, most of them didn't have to pick up their oars for almost a week because the wind was blowing so hard that their oars would have made no difference in the water. So I mean, that would be amazing. That would be so great to just get blown along and surf the waves. And I would happily take like multiple capsizes if that was, if it was capsizes and rough weather, but you're getting blown versus you've got to like really fight for every stroke. I'll take the capsizes, I think. But yeah, I can't prepare for those. Maybe I'll change my mind once I've had my first one, but we'll see. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Thank you, Marie. Okie doke. Good. Susan Hornby. Let me go back to the jobby. There, I can see you all now. Is Susan here? It's like a seance. Is Susan here? No, I'm not seeing a Susan. Yeah, okay.
I don't think she's here tonight, Millie.
Oh, okay, cool.
There's
Good to
things
know.
going on.
Oh, was Susan maybe working? I can't remember. I know some people sent me some messages like a while ago with a question, and I was trying not to see questions beforehand because I didn't want to. I don't know. I just didn't want to see them beforehand. So anyway, sorry, Susan, if I've missed your question. Hyatt, I know you're on here. I'm sure I've seen you. Middle.
Yep,
There you
here I
go.
am.
Hi, Hyatt.
Every question on my list was answered, but I have a new one.
Excellent.
When you get back, how do you taper down your exercise? Like, obviously, your body has changed a lot. I mean, it's like an athlete in training, and a lot of athletes taper before they compete, the actual day. But then,
Yeah.
You've competed for 15 years, you get out of a pool or something, and then it's just dead stop. What are you going to do?
I don't know.
Cold turkey and champagne, I think is.
I don't know. Again, so with this, all I can go on is what the other rowers are telling me, and you can bet that I've questioned the crap out of all of them. And the majority of them said that they did not touch their erg again after they'd finished the row. It just sits there gathering dust until they finally decide to put it on eBay and get rid of it. And then there are some solos who then go on to do the row again or do it in a team or go and do the Pacific or whatever. So then they go back on. My plan is as soon as I get back next year. So I think March is the auditions for the local amateur dramatic society, and I'm going to join them because there's a lot of dancing on stage. So I'm going to do but they're doing what's it called? There's a Dolly Parton musical, The Littlest Whorehouse or something. Anyway, so I'm going to be on stage doing that if I get picked in the auditions, and I really hope I will.
Best Little Whorehouse in Texas.
Yes, yeah, that, yeah. So that's going to be some exercise, and then I think I will go back and resume. I haven't got much time at the minute to go swimming as often as I want to, like swim and sauna. So I'll go back and do that 3 times a week. I'd really like to stay fit, but I'm certain that like my traps are huge. My bra band has gone from 28 back to 34, almost 34 back, and that's just because the size of these muscles. And I can't fit, a lot of my trousers won't go over my thighs anymore, so I would quite like to fit back into those, and that's just like these muscles in my thighs and my bum. So yeah, I want to be fit, but I don't necessarily want to be as muscular as, I'm just quite heavy. It's a lot. And now when I sleep on my tummy, and when I sleep with my arms like this, like I always did, I'm cutting off the blood supply because this muscle. Oh, and the physio guy today, sorry, I know I'm jumping around, but the osteopath today said, how do I get this muscle here so big? Because he only ever sees it on people that do tough massages, like osteopath. And he said it must be from knitting. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to like check out all the knitters' arms next time I see you all to see if you've got one of these muscles. He said it's freaky big.
It's not that many blokes on the call, but we.
No, it's not that muscle. It's a different one. It's not that one. Anyway, does that answer that, Hyatt? I don't know if it does.
Yeah, it does. I guess after having done this, that anything you decide to do, you probably can do.
Yes,
And-
exactly. I think
and-
after this, everything will be easy.
You can adapt to almost anything, whatever brings you joy.
Yeah.
So, yep, that answers it. That was great.
Thank you, Hyatt.
And you guys both look so absolutely young. I don't know what it is. You look just
When
glowing.
did you last go to your specs?
Good. Next time I ask what Darren's age is on a raffle live, you can tell him he looks
65. I'm taking as a win at the minute.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Great, thanks.
Right. I'm definitely not feeling all that young right now. I'm feeling a bit sleep deprived, but that's good. I'm supposed to be. So, okay. And then I had an anonymous, which I can't really do anything with. So sorry, anonymous, if I'm skipping you. You can ask a question, just put your hand up. Next, I've got Monica. Oh, Monica, I see you. Hi, Monica.
Hi,
Hi.
Millie. So, yeah, so I was just, so you're going to be alone in the ocean. So, how are you going to occupy yourself? Are you going to listen to, what sort of music are you going to listen to? Any audiobooks? It was just really just to try and get a feel for kind of how you're going to occupy yourself.
Yeah, good question.
As
Yeah,
well
so
as obviously you will be occupying yourself with the rowing, but mentally, I think it's that.
yeah. So you mean for when I'm actually like rowing?
Yeah, when you're
Busy.
rowing, yeah.
So yeah, I've got a stack of audiobooks that I've downloaded. Well, I haven't really. I need to download them. I've got them on my Audible app, but I need to like get them down onto my phone. I'm going to be clearing my phone of so much space so that I can get the audiobooks, podcasts, and a lot of music, a lot of different music. But I know from when I've been sailing and training and on the ocean before that I do like a mix of a little bit of music sometimes, but then I'd quite like to just switch it all off and I don't know, spend time with what's happening in my brain and look at the sea and look for dolphins and all of that stuff. So I'm hoping in my head, I'm going to be starting out with lots of like really banging tunes and things, and then I will taper it off to the point where when I finish and step off the boat, I'll be like this Zen master that's able to just sit in silence.
What delusion looks like right there.
And I'll come back and it's like really good. I do meditate, so I do know what silence is like. But when I meditate, I'm sitting with my eyes closed and I'm in a very still, non-moving, like on land. So I don't know if meditation is all that, but I don't know. I will let you know because I'll be sending back videos and I'll tell you what I'm listening to and I'll tell you what I'm not listening to.
Do you have like a particular kind of like power, like song to power you through? And it, when kind of
I have got a playlist that I listen to for when I'm working out, and when I've had mornings in here where I just like I'm knackered and I can't be asked, then I put those songs on, and it always helps. And then the other massive thing is that I can have my music on as long as I like, as loud as
Yeah.
my speakers will allow me to, and I can sing as because here, because I'm working out really early in the morning, usually between sort of 5 and 6:30 ish. I can't. I've got to be quite quiet because I'll wake up the dog, who will then wake up Darren, and but out there I'll be able to like let it go.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah, so that'll be great. I'm looking forward to that.
Brilliant. Good luck.
Thank you. Okay, thanks, Monica. Right, Leslie Wilson. Leslie Wilson, are you on here? Oh, wait, hang on, Leslie. Oh, no, yeah, she's on the road. Yeah, she said she wanted the recording, so cool. Deb, what's it, Deb? Let me spotlight you.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
I have a deeply important question, and I cannot believe no one has asked this yet. What
Okay.
have you decided to do about your hair?
Oh, yeah. So I did have a haircut a few days ago in preparation. So it's sort of at this weird in between. I basically had told her to leave it long enough that I can tie it back, but tidy up this side that was shaved. And now it actually is quite manageable. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm doing. And we've cut off a lot of the blonde, which is what causes it to dreadlock really, really easily. Although I'm missing it now and I want to go back and throw loads of bleach on my head. But for now, we're going to sort of deal with this. I'll sit with it for a couple of weeks. If I can't handle it, then I'll get more cut off. But yeah, this is
Yeah.
it, I think. And they
Yeah.
say that I should be wearing a hat most of the time,
For the sun.
so
Yeah.
then it becomes a bit irrelevant. But it is
Yeah.
at a length where I don't have to tie it up, and it won't
Okay.
get too grotty. So I think I've dealt with it.
Just having read that book where the woman came out and it took days to get her
Yeah, because they have
hair
long
back, I
hair.
was like, uh-oh, because you have great hair.
Oh,
Great
I
hair.
had
And
most of it cut off.
yeah.
It will come
And
back.
and if I'm allowed a part two, I was going to
Yeah.
say, do Darren and Indy have a hobby or a goal that they are as passionate about as you are about this?
No.
Indy does, but Darren,
Yeah.
no. Go on, Indy, you can.
I mean, writing, but it's much less physical work, I think,
And fencing.
than is rowing. Yeah, and fencing.
Yeah.
So I
Well, we
enjoy
have
those,
knitting,
but
so we're
there's
with
much
you.
less peril, I think, involved.
Yeah, I
Very
think
nice.
Indy's knitting is his writing, and Indy's
Yeah.
rowing. Or you like it on the water too, though, don't you? Sailing and being out on the sea.
Yeah,
Well, your whole
yeah,
dissertation is about the ocean, so.
it is.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Very good. So is it realistic? Are you doing realistic or creative writing, Indy?
For my master's, I'm doing nonfiction, like essay writing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But in terms of what I do in my free time, it's creative.
Nice. Ah, that's wonderful. Darren will find you something. Don't worry.
Oh, don't worry about me. I'm grand.
As soon as we get you knitting, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
They do both. The boys are much more level and measured than I am. I tend to go in pretty hard with things.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. Thank you, Deb.
Thank you.
Okie doke. Lucy. I'm sure I saw Lucy somewhere. There
Hiya.
you are. Hi, Lucy.
Hi. How you doing?
Well, how are you? Nice
Yeah, good.
jumper.
Nice
Cardigan.
body, yeah. Okay, I don't want to put a negative spin on anything, but
Ooh, go for it.
what is your biggest fear in terms of like sort of physical things that can go wrong, not like psychologically, but like physical things that could actually go wrong halfway?
Yeah, definitely the Marlin strike is the
That is it.
first thing that I think about as a physical thing that could go wrong. Just because the number of strikes every year has been going up and up and up since COVID. Before that, there weren't any. It's very weird.
Okay.
But yeah, that definitely worries me because there's not, you know, it could be fatal and painful. And then after that, I guess I worry a little bit about my knee falling out again. And if it was to do it, it would mainly be if I was standing and I had to twist, which on a moving boat, maybe I have to twist. But I was talking to the osteopath about that today, and they said they're going to show me a way of putting K-tape around my knee for when it feels really vulnerable to hopefully stabilize it a little bit. So, yeah, physically, those two are my biggest. And then I guess the next one, if there had to be one more, is the risk of a head injury when I capsize, or if an oar is ripped out of your hand. Quite often it bonks you quite hard on the head. So
When you say when I capsize, is that inevitable?
it's pretty likely.
Does
Yeah, pretty
everybody capsize at some point?
The bigger the boat, the less likely it is.
Right.
And I've got quite a little boat because, yeah, I've got quite a little boat, and it's going to be quite light in the water compared to some of the other boats because I don't have to carry as many calories. So that makes it more likely to capsize. But also this year is an El Nino year, so it probably going to be a bit more stormy, and so it could be a big capsizing year. Like there was a year not that long ago where. So that when you capsize, you're supposed to let the safety officers know that you've capsized, and then they talk you through like what's damaged and what have you lost and all that kind of thing. And there was a year, was it 2017, I think, or maybe later. Anyway, where there was a solo who capsized more than 30. He stopped counting at 30.
What?
And he stopped reporting it to the safety team after 30 capsizes because it just kept happening. So
Boat like right itself.
yeah, it does
Right.
self-right. It's just that you get everything in the cabin gets,
Yeah.
it's like being in a washing machine, and there's stuff everywhere, and then there's stuff that will hit you and spill and blah blah blah. So yeah,
So when you're
You're
rowing
inside.
along, you have
if you're
to.
inside, yeah, and if you're
You're
and
outside, you're in the
half the
direct.
time I'll be outside, so then you'll be thrown out of the boat, but you'll be attached, and then you've got to
But
try
you
and
can't have anything loose on the deck then.
No,
That's important.
nothing important. Yeah, everything's got to be tied. Yeah, yeah.
Right. So marlins.
Yeah. I'm really hoping not to attract marlins. I did have a whole strategy.
How do you not attract them?
Well, the marlins are attracted to your boat because they're hunting the fish under your boat. So there'll be a whole load of fish that follow me the whole way, or a lot of the way. They'll change, I'm sure, but there's like a lot of tuna and other, so they're hunting those. And in my head, I was like, right, well, those fish will be there because I keep throwing like poo overboard, right? Because my bucket, and they're going to be wanting to. So I had this whole thing where I was going to develop like a poo catapult to like catapult the poo really far away so that they didn't associate my boat with
Right.
feeding. But I haven't managed to develop a
Like
reasonable poo catapult.
Good shot.
Yeah. So that's yeah. So I don't know. If you've got any ideas on poo catapults between now and when I go, I'm all ears. But
probably
yeah.
crochet a net or something. And
Well, because what I needed was some sort of biodegradable sack for the poo that would still degrade over there, but not when I shot it.
right, yeah.
Yeah.
Dog poop.
But you didn't know this would come up tonight, did you?
No.
Yeah. So there's that, but then also they are under the boat just for the shade, and there's not a lot I can do about that. But I had thought about like getting mirrors to like make it sunny down there so they wouldn't want to be there, but I haven't figured that out either. So
Are there any other harmful wildlife that are going to be around you?
harmful. There'll be sharks, but I'm not worried about the sharks.
Really?
No. And I know that like when Diana did her swim, she was like nearly taken out by the box jellyfish, but there's not going to be any of those the currents are too strong for that. Not until you get like right close to the island, and I'm not getting in the water in that last bit anyway. So yeah, no, there's not any other creatures that I'm worried about. No. So is that good?
Yeah. I've got
Okay.
one. And
Okay,
also
go.
to do with the fear side of things, like would you be rowing at night
Yeah.
under the stars?
Yeah.
Does that sort of endless start, does it not give you any kind of fear or like what's out there kind of
No.
terror?
No,
Not-
the biggest
not.
fear that I have about the dark is the rogue waves, because when you don't see them
okay.
coming, and then it capsizes you, you're not going to be fully prepared, or you'll be less prepared to hold on, so then you will be thrown out, or you might break an oar or something if you
Right.
hold your oars in. And so yeah, that the the night rogue waves have really like put the jitters up a lot of rower. Like Leanne, she decided when she had her for almost capsize at night on night 2 or 3, she just didn't row at night anymore until right near the end.
wow.
Yeah, because she found it really scary, and maybe I will too. But yeah, that's the only thing is you can't prep for it. So yeah, you always think that you'll be able to hear it coming, but you can't. So yeah.
Great.
Thanks for keeping it like this.
Yeah. Keeping it real.
I'm just like the fear side of it is like,
Yeah,
just a
that
scaredy
is-
cat, I think. So, you know.
no, and I think that's it. No, it's good. No, but it is scary. It's supposed to be scary, I think. So. Right, okay. Victoria. Did I see Victoria somewhere? You guys are not.
Yeah.
Where? Wait, like do something.
I see you.
Where?
Second column.
Oh, there you are. There you are. Got you. Got you. Hi, Victoria.
Hi.
How are
Hi.
you?
Great to see you
Thank
both.
you.
Yeah, probably quite a weird question, but just really interested about how you're going to manage all the rubbish, sort of your empty packages, and do you have special compression sacks that you do separate it, and just really weird question, but
No, it's a good question. So all the rubbish I will be keeping with me. None of it is going to go in the water,
obviously,
clearly.
yeah.
And because I've got all my snack bags packed in Ziploc bags, I'm just going to be packing all my rubbish back down into Ziploc bags and putting it into a locker. Like I thought I would have no space. I've got so much space on that, but I've got two giant lockers that have got nothing in them. So the trash will start going into there, and there's not. I've been quite careful with the stuff that I'm packing so that it's not really bulky waste. Like Jake, who's another solo, he's taking. I can't remember how many he said, something like 50 tubes of Pringles because he wants to pack his rubbish in his Pringles tubes to bring it all back. But I'm just going to be putting it into Ziploc and then taping it down, and then it will stay in my boat and come back with me. And things like my dry rations. So this is a strategy as well. So I've decided that with my dry rations, my freeze-dried meals, they're designed so that you pour water into the packet and eat out of the packet once it's rehydrated. So you sort of close it up and then eat out of it. But that will create like a lot of very messy trash for me to bring back. So I'm planning on tipping all the contents of the freeze dried into a Tupperware and then adding the water to that so that then I just wash it's like it's not a Tupperware, it's like a thermos. So I just wash that, and all of my packets that had the food in will stay nice and dry and they won't be so stinky in the trash when I'm getting rid of them.
That's one of the things I was thinking of is
yeah.
a bit
Just add to that, when Millie gets to Antigua, she has a landing inspection by the safety team there who check through her garbage and
make sure that's still got it.
Yeah, and all of the garbage is then packed back onto the boat and put onto the container to ship back over here, because we obviously don't want to be leaving or giving Antigua boat trash to dispose of on a small island. So it comes back.
It's quite a big island. But anyway, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
It will come back.
It's small.
So yeah, if my rubbish is not completely like nicely sealed, then I get a chance to reseal it on the land there before I pack it into something to bring back. Souvenirs that I will then send to all of you as a
look forward to that in the packing live.
Yeah. I'll pack the yarn into my old here's my Kung Pao chicken.
Yeah. So when you talked about the sort of rinsing out your thermos after you've eaten, do you just tip that over the side?
Yeah, so I'll swill it out in the water beside me and feed those fish, unfortunately.
I was going to say that's a
catapult.
Throw it.
Yeah, I know. My system's starting to get like real holes in it. But unless I like manage to eat every last morsel of it, and then there's not much. But yeah, I would swill it out, and then I would use just a bit of fresh water that I've got from where I've made water just to get the salt. Otherwise, it will just start getting rusty. So.
Just really interested to watch your progress. I watched Anya. Followed her on Instagram last year, which was really interesting. So looking forward to seeing your
Thank you. You could expect mine to be not nearly as classy as hers was, but maybe a
Maybe
bit more.
more interesting.
Maybe. Oh, it's
Yeah.
guaranteed to be more interesting, I think. But yeah.
Yeah. Thanks,
Thanks, Victoria.
All the best.
Thank you. Okay, good. Karen Kirby. Oh, there you are. I can see. Oh, I'm getting better at this. Let me spotlight you. Hi, Karen. You're just muted. There you go.
Still muted.
There you
I
go.
don't remember submitting a question, Millie.
Oh, that's all right. It didn't need to be submitted ahead. You don't have to have a question.
These are brilliant, though. I love the poo catapult one. I was not expecting
Oh,
that.
well, look, instead of thinking of a question, you think about how I can design my poo crochet. And ideally, it needs to be mounted to the top of the boat, so it's got max power to shoot poo really far. But it also needs to swivel so it's not going into the wind. So just give that some thought while you're sat there.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Karen. Bye for now. But wave your hand
Bye.
about if you come up with a question. Okay. Fiona Whitehead. Yeah, there you are. I see you. Hi, Fiona.
Yeah,
Yep, there you are.
I am there. Yes. No, I don't really have a question apart from have you decided what yarn you're going to take with you?
I haven't.
Perhaps the most important question.
Yeah, the most
I think
important.
it is, but
Yeah, I haven't. I think I've decided, and then I undecide, and then but like I do have space, and I know a lot of the other rows, include like Liz in particular, is like, don't you dare take loads of like heavy yarn with you because you're trying to stay light. But I'm gonna take a variety. I think I'm gonna really miss the colours. I'm gonna just have a lot of blue around me, so I'm not gonna necessarily take any blue yarn, but I'm gonna take a little bit of everything. I've never tried to knit with very sore calloused hands, so I think I just need I need some thick stuff and some thin stuff, and definitely cotton waves. Definitely some silky twist, and Art Yarns have just invented, we've been tweaking it, but I think we're there, a colorway for me that looks a bit like the boat wrap, so those colors and the way it knits up. So I'm going to take some of that with me because I think it'd be quite cool to land on the other side with a top that I've made that matches the boat. So
Oh, that'd be good.
yeah, and then I think I might make a few more pairs of knickers out there or something. Yeah.
Yeah, because you might not be able to knit that much, or
No, I know. Yeah,
there's days when you're doing it, but
they are
nice to have
ridiculing me, the whole fleet, about the fact that I think that I'm going to have time to knit, but we'll show them.
But
I'll show them.
you'll have a certain amount of time because you won't, because you're a knitter, you won't want to not knit, if you know what I
Yeah,
mean.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And because I'm not trying to break any world records for speed or
Mhm.
anything like that, and
Yeah.
I do want to be able to enjoy a sunset and like
Yeah.
stop for a second and unwind a little bit if I
Yeah.
Stress, like all of the
knitting de-stresses me, so it'd be nice if it wasn't blowing a hoolie, but I could sit on the deck and enjoy a sunset
knit,
with anything. Yeah, even
That'd
if
be
it's
great,
just 20 minutes. Yeah.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you'll see. I think you'll discover what yarn I want to knit with at the same time that I discover it. So I'll be sure to post those pics.
Yes. Yeah.
Thanks, Fiona.
All right then. Thank you.
Okay, good question. Right, Beryl. Did I see you, Beryl? Where's Beryl? Darren, did you see Beryl?
No.
Oh, I thought I saw her. Oh well. Beryl, if you are here, then just shout at me. Mags. I'm sure I saw. Yeah, Mags. You don't have your camera on, so I don't know if you want to ask a question. We could post it. Oh, wait, hang on. There you go. It says multitasking, blah, blah, blah. Wanted to ask if you will be documenting this personal and incredibly challenging project in a form of recording your reflections or journaling that could become a story to share after. If that was something you felt like doing, or a book or a podcast, or even a pattern series of knits. Yeah, I think I might. I don't know if I will write, but I might record some like voice things of my general rambling stuff that happens in my head that maybe someone will sift through maybe one day, I don't know. I've had loads of interesting chapters in my life, like so many. I've had such an interesting life so far already.
From a
So,
first person perspective.
no, I have. It has been really interesting. I'd like to live my life again. Like, I think it's been phenomenal so far. And so I feel like there's maybe a book in there, but maybe that's just for my own benefit. It's just that I, yeah, I've got lots of skeletons in my closet that I don't know if they necessarily need to get out there. But you might hear all of them when I'm hallucinating and decide to record something, and then Indy decides to stick it on Instagram, and it'll all become very much in the open, and I may as well write a book about it. So I don't know. I don't know. Do you think I should? I don't know. I'll take a notepad just in case I fancy writing stuff down. But
Deb's in.
Thank you, Millie.
I know Jackie keeps telling me to write a book as well, and Debbie as well keeps telling me to write a book. So yeah, I don't know. I'll give myself the option.
Yeah, thank you. And sorry, I'm not on camera because I have like a lot of mess and I'm working at home at the moment as well.
That's
But
right.
I just wanted to say, the reason I ask this is because you might not feel like it now, but maybe in a year time you'll be like, oh my God, I just had this random thought or a memory. And you
Yeah.
can go back to it and you don't necessarily need to share it. But this could become something that in 20 years time could become a book for you or something.
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
Basically. And
yeah.
it's quite extreme, right? Like where you will be, and you will be isolated, and it will be definitely challenging for many reasons. It could push you to the new extremes in a really positive way, and it could really enlighten you as well. So I think it might be just something to live on for.
Yeah, no, you're right. And I will, so there is a company that I've been in touch with for about a year now, who got in touch with me initially because they wanted to make a documentary about my row, and from a really interesting perspective. So not just, there's loads of little documentaries on YouTube about rowers, but they wanted to do it more around the impact or how it felt for me to be doing this from other people's point of view. So my family, my friends, and my business community, and all that kind of thing. So they've been pitching for a year now I don't know where they pitch, all over the place, to see if they can get funding for it, but they haven't been successful because no funding requests are successful anymore. So I don't know if that will still go ahead, but they've asked me to just basically, I need to keep a camera on a lot of the time. And I've got an Insta360 camera that is, I think I need to work out the settings on it, but I can have it so that it's sort of rolling, recording and deleting itself all the time. And if something happens, I can press a button so that it saves the last 10 seconds and it keeps recording from there. So if I see a whale or something, or there's some crazy lightning or whatever, then it could capture that. And then they want to use that footage to make part of the documentary, but also come out and film like you lot and this lot.
Busy that day.
Yeah. So we'll see. If they manage to get some last minute funding, then that will go ahead. And then that documentary they want to open up to film festivals and that kind of thing, and eventually I guess it'll sit on YouTube. So maybe that will happen. If not, there'll just be a couple of reels that I'll make with the footage that I record, and that way so yeah.
Amazing. Good luck, Millie. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Fleur. Hi, Fleur. Let me spotlight you.
Hiya.
Hiya. How's it going? Oh, there she is.
Zooming on with book club. She hears Jen's voice and she's looking for
Oh.
Thanks for having us again this evening. Most of my questions have been answered either tonight or you've very kindly answered them in previous Zooms. But I just wondered if this has always been the challenge that you had your mind on, or were there any others in contention that you considered, or has it just been this one?
Yeah, so I've never had my mind on this challenge. It hadn't even entered my life until I met Henry. It's never appealed to me to want to go and do something like this. I didn't even know it existed. But so the main challenge, and the one that we know that we're going to do, is just a matter of it's an awful thing to say, finding the time, but there are a couple of practical challenges, is to go and sail the Pacific and do it over a 6-month window. So when we were circumnavigating, when we lived on a boat, when Indy was 7, we sold up and we were living in the Canadian Rockies, and we sold everything to go live on a boat to go circumnavigate because I just really wanted to do it, and Indy was the right age. So off we went. And then we did a good portion of the globe, but then we ran out of money, and I got offered a really good job at the same time. So it was like perfect timing. Plus, Indy kind of wanted to not sail anymore because he wanted to go back to real school. So we kind of have unfinished business with the ocean, and the Pacific was the bit that I was looking forward to the most. So, and you as well, right? Yeah. So that is going to be the next big one, but we have to wait until Maltloaf isn't here anymore because he wouldn't be able to come with us. And I need to get my business to a point where I can run it remotely properly for 6 months while I'm away. So, which is more realistic now that Starlink exists. And so yeah, it's just really the wait for Maltloaf at the moment, which I don't want, I'm not wishing him away in any way, shape or form.
It's a phrase.
Well, but that is the practical.
It's not practical at all.
It is my practical consideration.
I completely understand.
Yeah,
We've got
like
lots
I'm
of
not going
on
anywhere
so-
while he's around. So, and then we will go sail the Pacific so long as the planet hasn't disintegrated and the trade winds haven't died and all that stuff. But yeah,
Soon.
yeah. So that's the next big thing, and then after that, who knows? But yeah,
That's cool. Lots of stuff to look forward to.
yeah, definitely.
And I
Thanks,
really
Fleur.
hope you get funding for the documentary.
Oh, I
because
know that would be really
really,
good to find funding.
good. Yeah.
Apparently, funding for that kind of thing has just dried up, and I don't know why, because I still find it really interesting. But yeah,
There must be somebody out there that's
gotta be. Yeah, if
not
anybody knows
available.
anyone that wants to fund a documentary, you can have your name all over it, like everywhere. Then go for it.
Oh, good luck with it.
Thank you. All right. So, Fleur, and then I've got someone called AW who I don't know who that is. Are there any AWs? But AW's question was in the donation thing, and it said, "What were you missing?"
Actually,
Who?
Anne.
Oh, Anne.
Maybe.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
you. Anonymous
Yeah, I think it might have
AW.
been. Yeah, I
That's
thought
serious.
most of mine have been answered.
Oh.
So actually, another one I was thinking of, how are you going to break it up with some nice things to look forward? I know you've got your birthday, you've got Christmas. How are you going to sort of segment rather than say, I've got 3 months out there or 2.5 or whatever it is?
So I think I need to finalize that. That's one of the things that I need to do over the next couple of weeks is like how am I going to manage, like how frequently do I want a milestone that I can mentally celebrate? And I'd got it so that it was like every 500 miles and the halfway point, and then Christmas, New Year's, and birthday. Although I'm not sure at the minute whether Christmas, New Year's, and birthday will feel very celebration-y for myself when I'm celebratory. Anyway, when I'm out there by myself, maybe I'll just be like, oh. But yeah. So for every 500 and halfway, I think. But also,
sunset.
I also think I was watching a guy who did the Pacific, and he had Celebration Saturday, and every Saturday he cracked open a packet of new pants for himself because he didn't like doing laundry, and that was his big Celebration Saturday. And one week he got it wrong, and he woke up and thought it was Celebration Saturday, but it was Friday, and he got really, really down about it on camera because he had to wait an extra day for new pants. So I thought that was interesting.
Soiled himself too early.
So I wonder whether I should have like a weekly celebration day where I do something. And on top of that, I have got a shed load of cocktails that the book club ladies have sent for me, and I've got them spaced out so that every 2 or 3 days, and that kind of feels like a little celebration on its own. So yeah.
Okay, yeah. There's something to look forward to.
This
is
is only gonna be
always
my contribution from a Debbie Downer point, but I find that scheduled fun is never fun.
What are you talking about?
Hashtag Christmas.
Yeah, no, he doesn't do Christmas.
no.
When the mood takes you, that's when you need to celebrate. and have a good day.
Yeah, but
And
sometimes you've
because
got something to
Sometimes you have to
focus
have,
on.
no, you're
Yeah,
right,
to
Anne.
focus
You've
on.
got, no, you've got to have something to look forward to. Like only 2 days until I get to have chocolate or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe I should put some more thought into that. I'm going to make a note. Celebration. And if you've got any ideas, then let me know because I'm a first timer at this as well. So
Oh, that's great. I totally admire you. I think it's awesome. Awesome. And I'll be following you
oh,
on
thank
that
you.
little app.
And a little boat behind me.
Yeah. Yeah. Brilliant. Brilliant.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, so that's AW, and then I've got a Jane with no last name. Any Janes? Want to ask any questions? Not seeing any Janes. Could be Honey, but it's not. Jen, is Jen on? Jen?
Yep.
Oh, there you are. I got you. Hi.
So my question's super predictable.
Oh.
Which is, what are you doing about like self-care, personal care, like skincare, Millie, sunscreen, all the stuff that you don't obsess about
Yeah,
day-to-day
I'm really
life?
bad at that. And I've never, ever, do you remember back in the day, it was always cleanse, tone, moisturize, and I never, ever managed to do any of those 3 steps. Sometimes I'd come home from Debenhams with my cleanse, tone, moisturize, and I just never used it. And I don't use sunscreen, but I have got sunscreen. I've bought some, so I will use it.
And that's it?
And
Stopping at sunscreen.
I will use sunscreen and I will wash salt crystals off my body after every shift because those turn like little shards of glass and that's what can give you lots of cuts and you get lots of infections and things. So washing with fresh water.
Bed sheets.
Salt water bed sheets are minging, but I'm not going to be able to avoid that. Oh, I have packed 3 bed sheets. I've got and they're each in. They've been vacuum packed. Oh, there you go. That's a celebration. That's a celebration. So I will get a new bedsheet every so often. Yeah. And I'm not going to start with a bedsheet. I'm starting with a sleeping bag because it's going to be cold to begin with. That sleeping bag is going to turn minging really quickly and then it will get warm and then that will get stowed somewhere in a locker and it will go to bedsheet. But that is one of my big celebrations. But yeah, for self-care, oh, and I've got Twipes. I've got lots of packets of Twipes, which are a properly biodegradable wet wipe. So I'm going to use that to clean myself and possibly my bum. I don't know. I've got enough of both if I have to. And I've got moisturizer and I've got some oil. But the skin woman here said that I mustn't put oil on my skin during the day. It's got to be only at night.
Yep. So you don't expose it to the sun. So no mask, no like little luxury personal care moments planned.
I probably should do that, shouldn't I? I've got lip balm. So maybe I should get a mask. Jen, send me some links to some masks afterwards and I'll have a self-care. Maybe that'll be on my birthday or something.
Okay.
Reversing the years back to 49 or something. Okay, good. Yeah. But no, I haven't. I don't. Yeah. Oh, I have had my skin tags removed.
Something that you don't do on land isn't going to be something that you're going to be adding.
No, but my skin is going to be under more pressure.
I don't,
So I might
don't
have
doubt
to.
that for a second. My point.
Karen, if she wears sunscreen, I'll be a happy camper.
Well, yeah.
I have a low bar for what Millie's going to do. Like, I'm the one who said, don't get
Welcome to my world.
Wow. I will shock you at how good my skin's going to look at the other end.
Fab. Terrific.
Okay. Thank you, Jen.
You're welcome.
Shannon. Is Shannon on board?
Yes, I'm here. But I
Where
don't know
are
how to
you?
do the hand wave thing.
Yeah, top right.
Top right. Oh, there we go. Hi, Shannon.
Perfect. Hi.
Hi.
So my question is about you as a person, because I struggle with this for actually sailing open ocean. Just because I'm one who lives in the state of not fear, but I see everything that can go wrong. I'm like the safety person. You know, I correct everything. I'm the one who's fixing everything, you know.
Where have you
but
been in your life, Shannon?
but it holds me back. So I just thought with everything you know that can go wrong, especially things like rogue waves, that type of thing, what is it within you that enables you to push past your fears, that allows you to kind of show up in your life? Because the reason I ask this is because the rogue waves scare me like anything, and it actually holds me back from sailing open ocean.
Okay.
I think about waves and I'm thinking, I do not want to be the bad statistic.
Right.
But I don't want to be there. So I think there's something within you and your makeup that allows you to move past it.
Yeah, and like for me, the rogue wave thing is such an opportunity for me to see how I show up. Like I hope I have them. I hope I don't have too many of them, but I want to see what happens when that does happen. And I guess, what is it in me? I have a very high risk tolerance, but I also really get off on the unknown and facing fears. And I don't feel like I've had a good day if I haven't done something really hard. So yeah, I think it's just my personality. So you're much more like Darren. He does think about all the things that go wrong, and I think we probably wouldn't have done.
Not to a
You're
debilitating
much better
point.
now.
So
Yeah.
it doesn't. It's never prevented me from doing anything. It's just
You just wouldn't start though, I don't think, necessarily.
No, it's certainly helped being with you to have that impetus to begin things, so that I don't procrastinate for longer than I would ordinarily. But it's my not getting to the start point is not.
So then you're probably
fear
better
of
to
getting
answer
start.
how you deal with it than
Well,
because
yeah, I mean, again, it's cliche, but it's
Population,
life
yeah.
doesn't happen in the grey bits, Sharon.
oh gosh, that's so cliche.
Well,
He deals with it
it
by like preparing a lot for when
Yeah.
the shit hits the fan. And I'm more of a ask for forgiveness a bit. No, I do prepare. I'm not irresponsible, but I don't dwell on it like
We had occasions when we were sailing where
We
it
almost
doesn't matter
died.
how much you prepare for any eventuality, something, if you're
was
dealing
going to
with
try and
nature,
kill you.
is going to come along and bite you in the arse. There's
Yeah.
no two ways around that. And you don't know what it is that you have in you until it's summoned. You just have to have a belief that if with enough preparation and the right attitude, that you will find a way. And we always have. I mean, it's not to be blasé about it. And you will, like, there will be things that will make you incredibly uncomfortable and fear for your life. But that's part and parcel of the journey.
Yeah.
Like it can't be a reason not to do something in life. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously,
Well, I could be hit by a bus here, so yeah. I don't know. Yeah, it's such a hard one, isn't it, Shannon? Because you just kind of it's not that I don't fear those things, I just don't I kind of like them, I guess, in a weird way.
That's it.
Yeah. I do fear them. I hate bungee jumping, and yet I did it twice, and I did a really, really tall one, and I hated it. I mean, I'm really scared of it, but I kind of feel like I have to face that just to, I don't know, I'm a sadist, probably.
Just like the challenge. But for me, maybe as Darren was saying, is having the belief in myself that if something happens, if the rogue wave comes, that I can show up
that you
and
can deal with it. But it is also like the more that you flex that muscle and the more that you face the thing that you thought you couldn't face, then your own, like, you just have a thing inside you that
your own thoughts are going to be your biggest barrier
Yeah.
in anything, because you will have a way of making any problem way worse than it could ever be, just because the power of your imagination is so
Well, it's
strong.
because of our reptilian brains. We're getting really deep now.
That's a deep one. Just push back.
That's true.
Yeah.
Interestingly enough, Millie, my husband is like you. And I am like,
funny how that
so
happens.
I think the two worlds is like one helps the other.
Yeah, I agree.
Let's slow down and think about safety and prep. And he does also push me
That's good.
So yeah, that's good.
Let him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More. I'll let him more.
Yes. Thanks, Sharon.
Thanks.
All right. Jaquetta. I thought I saw Hope. Yeah, I was going to say I thought I saw Hope Denham, and I didn't know if that was you. So let me add. There you are. You just need to unmute yourself. There you go. Hi.
Yes, I've got my daughter's iPad.
That's wonderful.
I've all my questions have been answered. I just want to say the things that
Cool.
you were just saying just now, you and Darren, I think is really inspirational. Have you thought about doing motivational speaking?
Oh God. You've been sarcastic.
No, I'm not.
Listen to
No,
my
I
inner
think no,
soul right there.
absolutely. No, I'm really not. I think you should both do it, actually.
No. There's a couple on YouTube at the minute that keep popping up on my feed where, what are they called? Jules and
It's
someone?
no good looking at me.
Oh no, because you've seen a couple of them. We're like, he's really good. And he's like,
I know.
he's really good looking. I mean, I just watch these things. There are a couple, but I watch them because the guy is so sexy. We always just skip past the women because I don't know.
Go again with his name, sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna look him up. I'll put a thing on that, put a link. Oh, Jules and someone. Anyway, he's very, very. So anyway, why did I think about that? So no plans to be any motivational.
No, that space is pretty crowded.
Yeah, we'll probably get
Is it? I've no
With the
idea.
whiteboard quite
Really,
far.
I'm not in that field, so I've no idea whether it's crowded or not. But I just think
maybe I
good
could
luck
have
to you.
motivational Mondays or something off the boat and come up with some sort of random.
That would be mega. I would love that. I just say good luck to you. I should be definitely following you. I think it's excellent.
Thank you. Thanks, Jaquetta.
Right.
Okay, and say hi to your sister for me.
I will. She's working tonight.
Oh, lovely. Right, Roberta is next on my list. Is Roberta here? I thought I saw that. Am I hallucinating? Roberta, oh, there you are. Got you.
You can't.
Hi. No, yeah, you did it, but yeah. Oh, you unmuted and then you muted yourself. You need to unmute again. There, that's good. But now you're frozen. There.
Yeah, we're good.
Oh no, you've gone quiet again.
Oh, I don't see the video. Okay.
It's a connection.
There,
Oh,
there.
it's
Hi
your
from
connection.
Minnesota.
Oh,
I
hi.
have a question. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
So most of my questions have been answered also. My question was about the skincare. So that's good. I'm glad you're taking care of yourself.
Thank you.
And then the other is this hallucination. I've talked to Taryn, who's the
Oh,
other
yeah.
solorer,
Yeah.
and she has the same fear. It's the hallucinations. Have you thought about how you're going to work through that or what you might need prior to those days so it isn't as
No.
bad?
I think my main strategy for that is to not be so sleep deprived that they get out of control. And I know Taryn will do the same because she's not planning on racing either. So we're both planning on looking after ourselves better than the people that really, don't sleep. But I do quite like a hallucination. I kind of enjoy them. So I think I will lean into them as long as they're not getting dangerous, so long as it's not getting to the point where it's making me want to jump off the boat. If I see some fantastic light show or whatever, then I think I'll just sit and enjoy it. Yeah.
Okay. That was
Lovely
my
Taryn
question.
is so lovely and she's amazing and I adore her, but she's a lot younger than me and she's not dabbled in the sorts of crappy drugs that I did back in the day. So she doesn't know how good hallucinations can be.
Yeah, she's sweet. She is sweet.
She's lovely, yeah. But she's very, I mean, I don't think I asked her what her drug background was, or maybe I did. No, I don't think I did. But I know Taryn, I know she won't have done anything
I
silly.
did. I asked her. She's pretty clean.
Yeah, she's very clean. She's a really good girl. Yeah. Whereas I really quite like a psychedelic now and again. So yeah, I think I'll just lean into it. And then if it gets crazy, I will probably phone someone. So I know lots of you on here have volunteered to be the person that I can contact to, like, if I'm having a really down moment or a moment of delirium, then I can contact someone to say like, whoa, what's happening? So to ground myself.
That's
Yes.
good.
Thanks, Roberta. You see
Thank
how
you.
this happens?
Take
I
care.
end up like revealing stuff that shouldn't probably be. This is how it's going to be. So get strap in.
You okay?
Sorry.
Don't think that was for us.
Oh, okay. Good. I thought someone was complaining. Right, Sylvia. Hi, Sylvia. Let me.
Hi, Emily, and hi,
Hello.
Darren.
How's it
Hello.
going?
Hi. Um, mine's also a fear, like Lucy's. I'm really curious about this one fear. It's a bit of a light-hearted one, and I'm sure it won't happen. But what will you do if you run out of yarn in the middle of the ocean?
That is a big fear. Oh my
Yes.
gosh. I guess I just have to rip out whatever it is that I'd knit and start again, which I have
Yeah.
done.
Knitting ramen noodles.
Yeah, or like
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
the lines on my boat, or like get the guts out of the fish and tie them together.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, snare a
Nature finds a way.
nature will find. I get the seaweed and scoop it up and start knitting it. No, I know if I run out of yarn, which oh my gosh, yeah. I mean, I guess you could be stuck at power anchor for like weeks, and then what? Then I would just have to rip out what I've got and do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
Write a new
and
one.
hopefully it will be like it will be in a secure hold, so it's not like lost to a capsize or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, fingers crossed it doesn't, but
Thanks, Sylvia. Okay, and Margaret Purcell. Let's see, do we have Margaret? Margaret, not seeing it. Oh, there you are, there you are. Got
I am
you.
here.
Hi,
Yep.
Margaret.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. I think most of the questions have answered what I was going to ask.
Okay.
But can I ask one to Darren then instead?
Yeah.
What strategies have you put in place for coping when Millie's away with unpredictable contact, perhaps?
So I think the biggest challenge I'm going to have when Millie's away is going to be work related. Like life at home is like I don't need anybody around. I'm not going to be lonely, uncomfortable.
He keeps on telling this to everyone here because I keep telling him that they're going to drop him.
Neighbours have suggested we have a weekly dinner, which I started off politely declining and then got quite forcefully into like, this is not happening. Like,
It is happening.
I just don't need nor want it. Work is going to be the challenge for me. We're obviously we've got the Monday lives that I need to be doing for, an hour each week, talking about stuff that I know nothing about, which is a challenge in and of itself. And just talking for an hour straight is a challenge for me because I don't ever.
To do a whole hour. You can teach
do.
a half hour.
That is the way of things. So I'm not going to deviate from that.
Okay.
And everything else, and not obviously I have my own work role at Tribe, but I've got to assume all of Millie's stuff as well, which is
You don't have to
she
do all of
already
it.
does like 5 people's jobs, so that there's a lot there for me to take on. Plus, running whatever house things, dog things. There's just a lot for me to take on board. So it's not so much of a, sitting around wondering what I'm going to be doing. It's holy crap, how do I deal with all of the stuff that I need to do? So I don't think I'm going to have time to.
But he's going to sleep really well.
I will, yeah.
So that will make him
I'm
more
not
productive.
planning on getting a recording of Millie's dulcet tones at night so that I can, lay there listening to her snoring her face off while she's away. I will be relishing the fact that I can go to sleep, spread out, and have a peaceful
And
night's
for like
sleep.
longer hours too.
Well, not necessarily longer hours, just a better quality.
Well, okay, yeah. Yeah.
I don't need
Darren needs more sleep than I.
time. I just need sleep.
So yeah. And it's not that long. I'll only be gone for like 2.5 months or so. It'll fly by. And if he's destroyed my business while I'm away, then I'll just have to rebuild it when I get back. It'll be good. I don't want you to kill yourself trying to do what I do. If stuff falls by the wayside, then it just does. And if live chats don't get dealt with very quickly, it's not the end of the world. Like we're quite used to people shouting at us now. We've like developed quite thick skins.
Yeah. I'm not worried about that. Anybody can try and shout at me all they want to. I relish the challenge. Good luck with you.
But also Lucy's going to help with chats. Those we have got Lucy that's going to be helping. Indy, when he's home from Christmas, will hopefully be pitching in too. And there will be people around here that are going to try and keep him vaguely sociable so that he's not a total hermit when I get back. So yeah.
It's funny the things that people are concerned about that are just that do not enter my
He's very weird.
concern at all.
Does that answer that, Margaret? Or are you thinking more that like I'm not going to be getting in touch with him very often and the answer?
I kind of think if someone is so well planned, you're going to be watching the weather, how strong the wind is, where the gusts are coming from. It's that bit.
Okay, yeah. So from that side, I mean, we've obviously charted that voyage when we sailed, so I know what it was like when we were there.
We've done lots of weather.
It's going to be a different vessel and it's going to be different conditions. But I have a better understanding of what's out there than perhaps most people that are looking in. I also have a better understanding of what Millie's capable than most people that are looking in. So from that side of things, I'm not concerned.
And you understand the waves and
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like the sea conditions that will be hitting me.
I am comfortable with the fact that Millie and respect the fact that Millie wants to do it as as cut off from the world as she can be. And I think that is the way to do it. That's the whole point of this opportunity, is to embrace that isolation and say, I need to look within here and find out, what's really making me tick. So I'm not expecting a great deal there, and I know if
I'm not going to try and lean on him.
That phone rings, then it's for a good reason, and
that will make him crap his pants.
It will, but it will also put us into that mode where we deal with whatever the problem is that presents itself, and we always have, and we always will.
Sometimes I'll try and phone him without like having bad news to tell him about, just so that keep him on his toes.
Yeah, when we were sailing, we lost contact with. This was a long time ago, so the communication abilities
15 years ago
were not like they are today. So we had a sat phone that was extortionately expensive to use, and I used to put through a call to my sister like once a week to get a weather update on what the general trends were going to be, and we'd missed a weather call, and my parents' default setting was, oh Christ, they're all dead, and we're just gonna have whatever. And I ended up ringing my mum for a short crust pastry recipe
because it was
I
Christmas
wanted to make mince pies, and I couldn't remember what the ratio of butter and flour was, and she was quite colourful with her choice of language when I got through to her on the other end. And that's the sort of thing that I'm expecting from Millie to, she'll ring me and say, I've just seen a pink seahorse.
Booby, or what the heck was that bird? I don't know about birds. Darren's really good at birds, so I'll ring him with descriptions and he'll tell me what it is. Yeah.
Excellent. It's amazing.
Thank you. Yeah, it's going to be fun. I'm very lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. And I think I've still got you spotlighted, have I? Yeah. Amit, are you still there? You're next on my list. Amit is my little brother, my youngest. He's got his camera switched off, so I don't even know if he's actually listening. But oi. Oh, there you are. You have to unmute yourself. This is my youngest brother. I've got two. One lives in New Zealand and this one is in London, and he's going to be in La Gomera as well. Unmute yourself so you can ask me a question. There you go.
All right. Sorry, I just downloaded the app today, so I have to give it permission to do everything.
What? Have you been listening? Or have you been
Yeah,
pretending
I've
to
been
listen?
listening the whole time.
Have you?
Sure.
Uh-huh.
There's an exam.
So you already submitted your question when you made your £5 donation, and it said, "Are you mental?" Is that your question?
No, it's not, obviously. I don't really have one because, everything's been answered already.
Cool.
And I've asked you loads of questions already.
And how are you feeling about it now? Because I know that you were not happy with you were not that happy.
So yeah, I'm not well, not that I wasn't happy. It's just fear basically.
But you're not fearing
But I'm
anymore.
happy for you, obviously. I love that you're doing it, and I'm super proud of you.
Oh,
Yeah, just best of luck, really.
thank you. And yes, I'm a little bit mental. We
Yeah,
know
you
that.
yeah,
Thanks. I'll see you
no
soon
problem. Yeah,
in La Gomera.
yeah, can't wait.
And my other brother's flying in from New Zealand for it as well, so that would be amazing. And my parents will be there. So yeah. Right. So that's the bottom of my list here. But we've got people here that haven't asked the question yet. So if anyone wants to raise their hand, or if Paula, you're waving, let me spotlight you. Hang on a sec. There you go.
Well, one thing I was going to suggest was, you said about getting rid of your poo. You could get one of those, the gadgets that you use to throw a tennis ball.
Yeah, for dogs.
Yes.
So, and that was what I had in mind, but I haven't managed to find the
One that works with your skill set.
no, one that because I need to bag it, because what if I'm a bit loose? I can't just pop it in there and then
Get
spat.
biodegradable bags, can't you? So
Yeah, but the ones that I've tested, they say they're biodegradable, but they're not, or they're not quickly biodegradable. They might be in the ocean for quite a long time, and then something else coming along and finds a bag of my poo, which is not pleasant. So, and I'm just worried about 85 days of bags of poo, washing up in Antigua before I get there. So,
well, the solid
Well,
ones
that would
you
be
could fling, couldn't you?
If your poo in a bag beat you to your destination.
put a little message, a little air tag in each of the bags.
Hashtag fail.
But if your poo is solid, you could sling that, couldn't you?
Yeah, I mean, if it is nice and but I can tell you that with the stuff that I'm eating, it's not. And also I'm going to be going out of my way to keep it as non-solid as possible, just because I don't want to get constipated, because I don't want to get hemorrhoids and stuff. So be drinking lots of olive oil to keep it regular. And then I don't know how that's going to bag, but maybe I need to go test out some more
I think
bags.
we need to don't get you obsessed on
No.
on excrement.
If I take loads of rocks and then just tie the poos down so they sink really quickly.
Again, taking rocks, not juice.
No, that's true.
I do have a question though. It has sort of been answered. It is for Darren and Indy, really. And it was basically, what was your reaction when Millie said that she was going to do this? And how have you dealt with your feelings and your sort of mentally, how have you prepared yourself for it? Because obviously it's going to affect you both.
So the phrasing of your question is perfect, because it was Millie telling us that she was going to do it. There wasn't ever a discussion or even a suggestion or a possibility. And that is part of the course. That is Millie. Millie is that she is this burning energy that says at the drop of a hat, this is the direction that we're going in, and
I don't do asking permission. Maybe.
No, but 30 years in, I'm still glad to be along for the ride. So it's I don't have an issue with it. Indy, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think largely the same. Was surprised by how not surprised I was, I think. It's not a usual thing, and I didn't know that anybody did it before you'd said that you were going to do it. I didn't know about Henry or any of that. So it did come a little bit out of nowhere there, but I think I was quite quick to get on board, if you'll pardon the pun. It's strange, and I imagine that it'll hit in reality once you're actually out there and I'm home for Christmas and we're not doing anything for Christmas because Dad hates it. But
oh, you have to do the Christmas thing.
Yes.
I
So
will be
you know, I
phoning you
think
to sing
it'll be
carols
a
with
little
you.
bit more nice with a sizable delay. It'll be a bit more real once you're actually out there and I'm kind of following along on the tracker and things. But yeah, I think weirdly in character and quite usual par for the course, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're both sort of on board with it, but so
Oh, 100% on board with it, and I can't believe I just
but at the same time, there must be well, I might say there must be because it might not be, but emotionally and mentally there must be certain ways that it's affected you because you've been together for a long
Yeah,
time.
of course.
Well, he's shitting his
Yeah,
pants.
I mean,
He is.
on the surface, I'm cool, calm, and collected as always. Internally, I'm absolutely bricking myself, but that's not because I have any doubt in what it is that Millie can do. I've seen it, I've witnessed it many times, and I would bet the farm on Millie making it without any issues. There is obviously, as Shannon was touching on earlier, there's a lot of risks, there's a lot of uncertainty associated with it that all of the preparation in the world can't prepare you for. But that's not a reason, again,
yeah.
not to do it.
No.
And I will fully support anything that Millie wants to set her mind to.
Anything?
Yeah, I've never said no yet.
No.
I haven't
Because
planned on
it is
starting
all
now.
about
Well, you said no
what
to
Millie
bar.
wants to do, but it affects you all on the whole, doesn't it? So
It does, yeah, it does, and we have the perhaps less glamorous role of support and picking up the pieces.
But also when it's like, hey guys, where do you want to go on holiday this year? Not that we've had a holiday for years, but it's like crickets, there's nothing. So they're used to me just doing the thing and deciding on the thing, and that's how we go, isn't it? Pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that suits. That's the business model that works.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, it's a bit of a personal question, but
yeah, no, it's all good. We don't mind. Thanks, Indy.
Thank
That's
you.
all right.
It's so nice to see you. Georgie, 2 minutes. This is
Hi, hello
Georgie
everyone.
representing one of the charities that you guys have all contributed towards tonight.
Yes.
So thank
Yeah,
you.
firstly, I want to say thank you so much for having me on. And what a lovely community you have. Like, it's
Yeah, I
just
do.
been
Very
such a
lucky.
joy to listen to. And I think I didn't really realize the gravity of what you're doing until we're here now. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like you're amazing.
Oh,
But thank you. I'm hit Claire from the charities here as well. So I just want to say thank you so much. On behalf of all of us, we're just absolutely blown away by you, and we're so grateful. But my question is, what are you looking forward to? Like, there's got to be so many moments that are just going to be like no one will ever experience. So what are those kind of moments that you're looking forward to experiencing? Because I know we've spoken a lot, and rightfully so, about kind of the fear and stuff, but you strike me as someone that's very positive. So I imagine that's a lot that's going to get you through, I'd imagine.
yeah, no, there's so much to look forward to, and a lot of it I've tried not to sort of really recognize some of the things that I might look forward to because I quite like to just have it as a surprise. But I will definitely look forward to the sunrises and the sunset because
Yeah.
I love a sunrise and a sunset. Like I love them.
Yeah.
So the sky, I know from when I've been out there that how much I've enjoyed that, and the stars at night without the light pollution and just taking that in and the phosphorescence and the dolphins. I still we had dolphins with us almost every day and you never get sick of them, and I love that. So I've got that to look forward to. I'm really excited about my food because I've got these mystery snack packs that so many of the people that are on this call had sent me. So I've got these mystery portions where I only know the calorific value, which was written on the front. So I'm looking forward to breaking those open and seeing what's in them and making maybe a little. I was having a conversation the other day with a friend about my food because I've got such a different strategy to every other rower where they've got food that they're only taking stuff that they know they like or they've tasted, and like 99% of the food I'm taking I've never tasted before. So I might have like a little scale of like how nice was it, how easy to prepare was it, and then how farty was it, and then I'll make like a little spreadsheet of my fartometer. So yeah, I'm excited for the food. I'm really excited to just see what happens when shit gets really hard for me. Like just to I just want to see how people say there'll be layers, and just when you think you've hit rock bottom, there'll be like a bottom below that and a bottom below that, and you'll get really, really hard and
Wow.
really, really painful, and you will keep getting lower and lower and lower. And once that's through, I will have discovered where my limits are, and I'm very much looking forward to like reflecting on that once it's done.
Oh, it's so cool.
And
It's
then I know I
amazing.
shouldn't say this, but I am looking forward to being just a little bit skinnier at the other end as well. You're not supposed to say that, I know, but it would be really nice to be just a little bit skinnier. So yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, well, we can't wait to share as much as we can while you're away.
Oh,
Someone
thank you.
did ask me, will you be live streaming from
I
whilst
can.
doing
I
it?
probably could. Yeah, if it's
Yeah.
sunny, if I've had a run of sunny days and my batteries are up at full power, then I'll probably have enough power so that I can put Instagram back on my phone, download the app,
Do a
and
little
then
bit,
do like
yeah.
a little live. I would quite like to do that. Maybe we'll do a little charities update partway through.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that would
that'd
be
be nice.
great. I think I can't imagine how brilliant that'd be in the middle of just in the middle of the ocean. It'd be so cool.
Yeah,
But
it'd be fun.
cool. Oh,
Yeah.
thank you for that. And yeah, lovely to meet everyone.
Lovely to meet you. Thanks, Georgie. All right. And Lindsay, you've got your hand up. Let me spotlight you. There we go.
Welcome.
Hi.
So I'm with Chaz actually. I work
Yeah.
with Fiona. So thank you so much for letting us come along tonight.
Oh, you're
And
welcome.
yeah, and thank you so much for as Georgie says too. It's just a phenomenal journey, and it's been just great to hear about how you're physically preparing and mentally preparing too. So I most of the questions I had have probably been answered, but I just one did pop to mind, and it's probably influenced a little bit by Desert Island Discs. So you spoke about how you'll be listening to music, and if you had to pick one album,
Oh.
one audiobook, what would it be? I know that's really tough, but I just
Yeah, one album and one audiobook.
yeah.
Oh wow, that's
I've really
tricky.
put you on the spot.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Good boy.
What the book or the album? No, you think you get go on then. You think what you say what you think.
Well, it would be a George Michael album.
Right, it would have to be because yeah, he's my man.
Yeah.
And if you had a long time at sea and wanted to learn how to prepare tea ad nauseum, it would be Shogun.
Wow. Yeah, he's right. I would take Shogun. Yeah, it's my favorite book. And yeah, it probably would be a George album, and that will be one of my like big crying Christmas Day moments because I do every year.
Not yet. It's November.
Yeah.
Save it.
So yeah, although I think that only listening to George for that length of time might put me off George.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there you go. He knows me too well. That's so predictable. How crappy. Oh my God. Anyway, thank you, Lindsay.
No,
Thanks for
thank
joining. So
you.
Lindsay's from Chaz, so that's the Children's Hospices across Scotland, who is my other charity. So thank you guys for donating because obviously half the money is going to 2 Minute and half to Chaz, and it's brilliant, and we will keep raising lots of money, hopefully the whole way across. So yeah. Thank you. All right, iPhone 3, you've got your hand up. Cool.
That's me, Millie. That's Jane.
Oh, Jane, there you are. How are you?
I was just sorry, I've been knitting, so it's been propped up on my feet. That's why
nice.
that's why you were looking at my ceiling. Sort of a similar lines to the music one. If you were having a really down day, do you have a favorite film that you could put on that would immediately bring you up?
So I won't have any like film type stuff downloaded, so nothing visual that I'm going to be looking at while I'm there. But if I could have had a film, yeah. Wait, are you going to guess it?
Don't need to guess.
You know, Indy, do you know what my film is that I would take?
The Birdcage.
Yeah. God damn it. They know me so well. Yeah, it would be The Birdcage. That is my movie. Yeah. And I could watch that 100 times and not get sick of it. So Yeah.
And that would automatically cheer you up.
It would, like instantly. And then after the Birdcage,
Oh, right, so that should cheer everybody up.
it's like the best
anybody
movie ever.
who's seen the
A good movie.
till they
And not the original
Oh,
Birdcage,
word for
the Robin
word.
Williams Birdcage. The original one was very good too, but it is the Robin Williams version. And then I also think I would quite like to watch Elf.
Wow.
Yeah, I do love that movie.
Gladiator.
No, that would get me down. What? No,
Bit
that
of
would
a
make me
marathon.
cry. No. Yeah, no, it
I
would
think Elf
be.
would cheer everybody up,
All
wouldn't it?
right, I love Elf. Yeah,
Yeah.
so yeah, it would be
No,
nice.
count myself out there. But
He doesn't like it. He doesn't like Christmas.
Oh, thanks for that, Millie. And
You're
all the best. I
welcome.
hope everything
Thank
goes
you,
well
Jane.
for you.
Thanks. Okay, do I need to address anything in the chat? You know how bad I am at reading chat. Does anyone want to be spokesperson? Who's kept?
last time did we go east to west? Yes, we did, Jackie.
Yes, east to west. Yeah, we went
Urban
from
route.
Gran Canaria to Tobago. Yeah.
What was that?
I don't know.
Was about me, so don't skim over it.
Oh, it said that someone said you did really well on
Yes,
that.
again, we should focus on that for a second.
Karen says, what about pirate ships?
No, nothing there. Too far away.
Wow. Yeah, so pirates are definitely a concern at sea, and it was one of our big concerns had we gone through the Indian. But I'm going to be too far. Not like there's a lot of pirate activity around Venezuela and near Trini now as well, all the way up to Grenada. But no, like
Pirates
there's
are lazy. They're not going to go out middle of the air.
no, they are pretty lazy, and they don't have the right boats for that. So I should be fine. And I don't think that they're that interested in a really slow vessel like me, probably. How often will I clean my hull? As often as I can. I just the weather has to be right. I'm not going to take any silly risks of getting into the water and having it so wavy that the boat bonks me on the head and knocks me out or something. So I'll get in as often as I can, but I do like getting into deep ocean water. So that's not something that worries me. I'd happily get in there and clean the hull. I'd rather do that and get rid of the growth than be slowed down because I don't have the physical advantages of the rest of the fleet. So I need a clean bum. Will I have a drone? I have got a little drone, but I'm not going to take it with because it's not a professional drone like the McLean brothers had. You've got to have like a seriously expensive drone that can recognize the water and not go wrong because they work on bouncing some sort of, I don't know, echo thing. Anyway, it's very technical, and I've got a little tiny cheap drone here that will work on the land, but it's not going to work out there, and it'll be too windy, and I don't want to risk like trying to lean over to catch it. Or yeah, I'm just not that sensible when it comes to I can't catch, and I think I can sometimes. So
Throw.
I can't throw either. So yeah, all right. I don't know if I've done all the questions, so I'll give it a minute. And I know I've gone over the hour, so I hope it hasn't been boring or anything like that. Yeah, so any more questions? Like honestly, I could talk about this all night. Feel free. And tomorrow's Saturday, which is a rest day for workouts. I'm just going to the market, so I can stay in bed until 7 if I want to tomorrow. Amazing.
I'm going to the shop because we received all of the Just One More Row
Oh, the
merch.
merch came in, so Darren's working to pack that this weekend. Yeah. Yay. All
Millie,
right.
can I ask,
Yeah.
how serious are they that they could bring it forward to the 10th? How likely is that to be? And how much barricading of ports do we need to do?
How serious? I get the impression that they say this every year to try and make sure that we are all as prepared as we can be. And I think occasionally they do leave a day early. But this is the biggest fleet they've ever had. So I don't think they'll be lucky enough to bring it 2 days ahead. I think they'll be, yeah.
Yeah, the other thing I think to add to that is that they have widely published a start date a long way in advance, and there are a lot of people that are going out as family and friends and supporters that may very likely not be there 2 days before, and you don't want to be pissing off the vast majority of your supporting public.
It's like it because 2 years ago it
arrived.
2 years ago it left a day early, and last year it left a day late. So A
And
day
that's
either side
that's
is likely.
weather dependent.
Yeah.
So that's not something that they would be talking about now
No.
as a plan change. That would be something that was forced upon them in the moment.
Yeah.
So I call bullshit, but I could be wrong.
We will see. But you guys get there on the 9th, right?
Yeah, we get there on the Tuesday night,
We'll be
so
fine. We'll be golden.
yeah, be a bit of a downer if you leave on the Wednesday morning.
I mean, so I just won't leave.
I'll be there, Jackie. Don't worry. I'll do a couple of
He'll like
I can swim a length or two.
remove some
Yeah,
rudders
we'll
or
just
something.
have to
Yeah.
have some fun. Okay,
I'll recreate it in a bathtub.
Okay. Lucy, you have your hand up. Let me spotlight
A quick
you.
one. So I know
Yeah.
you're not racing, but do you have a number of days that you would feel really impressed with if you do it in that time? And is there like a maximum number of days where you know,
Where I
like,
wouldn't be impressed with myself.
well, yeah, well, yeah, but like, what's like, I don't know, what's the sort of range of days that you think?
Yeah, that's a great
you
question.
beat
So
it
the
in?
range is, what was Liz's?
53.
Yeah, I think so. Liz has the record. Liz Wardley, whose boat I've got, she holds the record of 53 days, and I think
For a single.
for a solo female, yeah. And
Is she
smashed that
racing?
record.
Like, did she want to race?
She's not in this year. No, she's my weather router.
No, but I mean, when she did it, was she
Oh,
wanting
she
to
was
do the-
properly
yeah,
racing, and
yeah.
she smashed the record by 12
measuring
days or
out
something.
a weight of toothpaste.
Yeah.
So that she didn't.
No, she's a very serious racer.
Right.
She's
So
not going to enter
53, and
anything.
she did it in 53.
She did 53, so that is the world record by quite a long ways.
Mhm.
And then and the longest time it's taken is about 120 or 124.
That's 4 months.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and when I looked at people that were my age group, they all did sort of the average fell at about 70 days. So
Okay.
in my head, I've just been telling people when they say, how long is it going to take? I've been like, about 70 days. But no, there is no date, there's no number in my head that will say that was good, I smashed it, or yeah, no, it's all, so much of it is weather dependent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you have food for how many days?
85.
Okay.
Yeah, plenty.
So the people that did it in 120,
Mhm.
did they have?
Yeah, 2 of them had to be
ration themselves?
resupplied.
Oh,
They
right.
don't always. They make us take so much food, way more than we need. So like
So they're disqualified from
they are disqualified from the race.
Right.
from
Yeah.
an official
Oh,
result.
well, if you're restocked.
If you're resupplied, yeah.
Yeah. I suppose
Yeah.
if you yeah, maybe you don't need as many calories if you're taking 120 days to do
Yeah,
not doing as
probably. Because
much.
there was a
To be
woman.
fair, the poo bags would probably washed up about
Run out of poop.
There was a woman, I can't remember which year she was, maybe 2 years ago, maybe 3, who declared pretty much as soon as she started that she had no intention of ever picking up her oars. She was going to drift across and take her time. She was escaping life. She really, really annoyed Atlantic Campaigns because like they just had to wait on the other end for her for like age. I think she was the 124 maybe. And she just, I think she did row sometimes because she was like really seriously running out of food and stuff. But yeah, she just pretty much drifted and just slept. We think she was probably quite depressed, but yeah.
Strange.
So yeah, I'm still saying around 70. If you
Do
speak
you
to
know how
Liz,
many?
she'll say if you take more than, what did she say, 55?
No, 65.
Oh, 65. Liz said if I take more than 65, she's cutting me off.
So she'll get no weather
Have you
route.
got a sort of regime in your mind of how many hours per day you're going to row, and you're just going to go with it? See how you-
Yeah, I'm going to try and do at least 12 hours a day.
Okay.
Yeah. Unless that I've got headwinds. But I mean that shouldn't happen very much because I should have the trades with me, so I should be rowing a lot. I'm not sitting around doing a lot. I'm not I'm not just going to be sitting around in the sun with my cocktail and anything. I am going to be working, but yeah. I need to get back to my business that Darren's going to be doing the lives for, saving from the lives. Yeah. Thanks, Lucy. Karen, you got your hand up. Let me add you. There we go.
How does the fresh water work? Because I saw something with Seize the Day when they crossed the Pacific and their water broke.
Yeah.
And they had to hand pump it.
Yeah.
But you're solo, so how does that, How does that
In the
system
same
work?
way, exactly the same. So if my little desalinator machine breaks, or if I don't have enough power from my solar panels to run the desal, because it's the most power hungry thing that I have on the boat. I have got some emergency water supplies, but if you break into them, you are just, well, you get a time penalty. You're not supposed to break into them. And also you kind of need them for ballast. But yeah, if my water maker broke, then I would use my hand pump, and I would spend, it would very much slow me down, because it takes a really long time to pump any water at all. And all that time that you should be sleeping, you'd be pumping, and then
Yeah, so when you're pumping, whether it's via the desalinator or manually, what you're basically doing is forcing salt seawater through a membrane to extract all of the mineral content. And what comes out the other side is just water. In its rawest sense, it doesn't have any good stuff and it has no bad stuff.
sometimes it's a bit salty. And when I tasted it, it was a little bit salty. But yeah, so I just, yeah, it's the most critical piece of equipment that I have on my boat. It's the most important thing, and I'm going to be trying really hard to look after it as best I can. But yeah.
And Darren, what are you going to miss most about Millie? And then I'm done. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Did you drop that bombshell? Goodness me, Karen. What am I going to miss? Just her presence. No, I mean, just that simple. When you've had somebody there, forever, essentially. When you turn and
Because we work together.
We literally
and we live together. We're together all the
work,
time.
eat, sleep, breathe. We do not really spend a great deal of time apart.
No, only when I'm traveling.
Yeah, so just the fact that I won't sense that she's around. It's a weird.
I think for me, it's going to be like the sharing of the moment. I'm going to find that really hard to like not. I drive him crazy with my look at the sun, look at the sun, look at the sky, because I really want him to see it.
Even on the walk home today, did you see the moon? I was like, I was right outside, right there, like with you. Like, of course I saw it. Yeah, but did you? Because I've got a photograph of it. That's like, excellent.
Yeah, I'm going to find that really hard to not share all those bits. But I'll call home for that sometimes. I don't know.
I'm just going to be inundated with bloody pictures of the sunset.
There you will. Yeah, you all will. Yeah.
Yeah, and
cooking.
Well, just somebody to bounce stuff off.
Yeah.
Really, it's it's like your inner self almost, isn't it? You're that voice of, it's not reason in your case, but it's it's an incessant voice nonetheless that's just ever present.
Yeah.
Omnipresent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There. Thanks, Karen. That was a nice place to possibly end the night on. Any more questions? Indy, have you got any questions?
I mean, none that I haven't asked you already.
Okay, good. Right, okay, let's thank you so much, you guys, for joining and all your interesting questions. I've really enjoyed it. And if you come up with any more questions, then you know where to post them, and where to find me. And oh wait, what do you want? Oh, Darren's right. I don't know why he's suddenly started writing notes instead of just saying it.
Well, I was trying to be covert. Certainly blown that right at the fucking wall.
So the money raised for tonight has so far is £754, which is pretty cool.
Nice. Wow.
Yeah. So thank you guys. That
Thank
gets
you all.
split between the two charities.
After my cut, obviously, but that's minimal at this point.
And then there'll probably be bits of this that appear on the documentary at some point. So, we'll have to get you to sign your disclaimers and things later. But for now, we're going to go to sleep, and bye.
Thank you very
Bye.
much.
Lovely to see you.
Thanks,
Thank you all.
Millie and
Bye.
Darren.
Thanks, Millie. Bye.
Thanks.
Bye.
Guys.
No.